Well, today is March 13th, 2026. It is around, let's see, 5 minutes, 12:53. More or less, it's about 12:53, March 13th, 2026. This is Miss Lee today. I'm not sure who I was yesterday, but today it is Miss Lee coming to you live from the mothership. I was just watching Russell Westbrook, apparently a few days back, spoke his thoughts, his feelings to the reporters after the game, the post-game interview. And what he was saying, he was telling the truth. People on air always have something to say. I see it all over the place, especially on First Take with Stephen A. Smith. And he be on the brothers most of the time. Anyway, Russell was offended and he didn't appreciate the apparent attacks that the Sacramento Kings are receiving because they're the worst team in the league, according to the reporters. And while listening to Russell, my mind jumped to something that doesn't really have to do with basketball, but it does have something to do with people, companies, organizations, businesses having control over us, especially in the world of technology. So my thoughts, as Russell was talking, I drifted off to something that happened. Today is Thursday. It could have happened Tuesday. I deal with a company, a antivirus company, and I noticed a message that they were going to automatically renew my account. Well, I didn't give them authority to automatically renew my account, nor do I ever select that feature in subscriptions. And so when I saw that, and then I saw the price that it was going to renew for, it pissed me off. Then I went and called and had to wait on the line 45 minutes where they never came to the phone. So I used another phone to call. And I punched a couple of buttons and immediately I got someone on the phone. But think about the 45 minutes I spent on one call, which nobody picked up. And sometimes I'd be slipping and not thinking because I normally do that after, 10 or 15 minutes, I'll hang up and call back. But I wasn't thinking, I was doing something else. So that 45-minute call lasted 45 minutes and nobody picked up. By the time the witch picked up the phone, I was pissed off and I let her know that. Well, that whole conversation began to go in a chaotic direction, and she was talking and I was talking, and then I had to go off and let her know we both can't speak at the same time. And because this is what I told her, keep interrupting me, you're asking me questions, and then before I can answer them, you're interrupting me. So you need to hear me out and blah, blah, blah. And I went on to express what had taken place. And she said that her name was Denise, if I'm not mistaken. She said that something that I was saying was incorrect. And it was that I didn't sign up to have my account renewed automatically. And she said, well, yes, you did when you went through our agreement. That's part of it. And So I said, well, it may be part of it, but you all shouldn't be doing things like that. So my point was that they are imposing whatever they want on us as consumers in these agreements. And they make their agreements 100 pages long. Who's going to sit there? And they know this, and they're hoping that no one does this until they get caught, and then we'll bring it up. But by then it's too late. But my point, I suppose, is that I was pissed off that companies are doing this to people, whether it's your vehicle or anything, your cell phone companies. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I got it straightened out, and she said that they were going to call, which they haven't. And so and here's the flip side. So I called the bank, told them I don't want that company, the antivirus company, to be able to charge my account at the end of the month. And normally they do this. It depends on the company. So I guess certain companies will do it, because I've had this done before in a situation. And I called my credit card company and told them I don't want not Liberty Box, Legacy Box charging my credit card ever without my permission. And they put a block on it, a flag. This credit card company, this bank, said that they can't do that. That said that they will dispute it after the company charges my account, which is ridiculous. I accepted it and went on about my business. So things aren't going in our way as consumers. And I've always said this many, many, many years. As a finger, we are fragile. As a fist, we are feared. You think about that. Anyway, cell phone companies. I got to further my point. Cell phone companies. I got a text from my cell phone provider telling me that I had paid for my phone. Well, I had paid for my phone 8 years ago, so I don't know what that text message was all about. I don't lease my phone. My phone was paid for cash. Anyway, they sent me a text, which was a lure. That was a tactic. That they sent me a text saying that I paid off my phone and that I was entitled to a new phone with no zero something. And so I text back, is it free? And then the system, I'm taking this to be, the system is artificial intelligence, comes back and says, well, we can't respond to what you just said. Basically, when I asked, was it free? Even though they can answer yes and no questions, or they can understand yes and no questions, because their question was, would I like more information? And I put down, is it free? And then they said they can't answer that, but they can, if I put in yes, which I did, then they sent me a link. I really don't understand. You can ask Google, what time is it in Canada? And that system will come back and respond to your question. But the AI that's texting you can't do the same thing. I don't know. I'll look into that one day, but not yet. When I looked at the link at the phone that they were offering, that was supposed to be la-di-da and an upgrade to the one I have, do you know that I saw a price of 1,000? And I believe, because I glanced at it and started laughing and deleted the message, $1,099 for a mobile phone. And people are out there buying phones for that price. The last phone I bought cost me $100, and I didn't want to do that but the one that I had was messing up or doing something. But guess what? This replacement, 139 or whatever the hell it is, which I got ripped off, I did. The phone is like a spy. Every little thing, it sends you messages. It tells you this, it tells you that. And every time you disable the feature, then the phone somehow malfunctions somewhere else. So there's things that you can't do if you disable certain things, but you really don't need the things that they're sending you, but it's plugged into your phone and you can't uninstall it. But why is it there? To spy. But then the phone is just effed up anyway. So I don't, other than knowing what the power that Lucifer has in our consciousness as far as influencing and those desires and the cupidity of human beings, it's in a way knitted into our fiber, and we, most of us, some of us, feed from greed and need and deception. But it all comes down to money and power. But without money, you wouldn't desire the power. The only power that we should desire is Yahweh, Elohim, and Yahshua in our lives. The power to influence us. That they are that which we should be inspired and influenced by. And if more of us did that, if more of us thought about 1 Corinthians 13, we would become the people worthy of Yahweh's voice and guidance and leadership. And that's all I have to say so far. Thank you for listening. If there's anyone listening this afternoon, I'm going to go kick back and make a salad, and I'll be back. I'm sure of it. Thank you for listening. If there's anyone listening, this is... Did I start off as Miss Lee? This is Miss Lee coming to you live from paradise in my cloud, where the water is blue and you're drinking cocktails by the sea, remembering Jermon Uriel Smith, my beloved number one son. Stay strong and stay tuned. Ciao.